Okay, guys. Good afternoon, everyone. I think we managed to have good afternoon for everyone. Yeah, in Brazil it's 11 o'clock, but it's almost afternoon, right? Mariana is here today. I
Yeah.
met her through another friend. I haven't met her in person yet because she lives in Portugal. And there's a huge age gap between us. She's only 17. I mean, if I was a younger mother, she could be my daughter as well. Mariana, would you please, let me see, because, oh yeah, you have your mic on. Would you please introduce yourself to us so that we can start with the round of questions?
Yeah. I'm Mariana. I'm 17. Like I said, I'm in my last year of high school. I'll be applying to college soon. And I live with my dad and my grandma.
Oh, with a grandma. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Always learn something new.
Yes, that's true. I'm gonna go ahead and ask the first question. Okay, just tell us how you learned English because your English is very, very good for a Portuguese
Yeah.
girl. And you don't live in the capital, do you? Do you live in
No,
Lisbon? No, eh?
no,
Okay,
I
so
live.
please tell us where you live and how you learn English. I think Julian is the co-host today. He's going to be able to share the map so we see how far is your place to I think Portugal has three cities which are very popular or famous, let's say Porto, Lisbon, and Madeira. So we can see in the map how far you are from these three locations. Okay?
Uh, Madeira is like an island, little island. Uh, my city is between Lisbon and Porto. Like I'm closer to Lisbon.
Oh,
You
I
know what I mean?
see. Let's
Yeah.
see if Julian is able to share the map. And then,
Are you by the
yes.
seaside?
Hmm?
Are you
No,
by the seaside? No. Okay.
no. I mean, could be a little bit more, but I'm not.
Okay, Leiria.
Yeah.
Leiria.
Very,
That
very
one,
close to the ocean.
yeah, kind of. You see Coimbra, then behind it, sorry,
Yeah.
down it's Ladies, I live. Yeah. It's like very
Nice.
known. It's a very known place. It's not as big as Lisbon, but it's also very, very big. It's very populated. Yeah, that one.
Oh, you said it's between. Okay. Now I see Porto's all the way up there. Okay, okay.
Yeah. That's where I'm going to study, actually.
Yes, I knew that. Aura told me
Yeah.
that. So that's why I was wondering. It's it's far, isn't it? How far is it by car?
Like 2 hours, I think.
Oh, it's okay, 2 hours.
It's
Oh,
not, it could be worse. Yeah. You asked how I learned English, right?
yes.
Uh, in Portugal, you usually have English classes from second grade up until 11th grade. I did have them, but it's not really good. They don't teach you what you need to know. So I mostly learned through like movies and series and music and all that.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, most of us here, we are quite much older than you. And back then, it was not possible for us to learn English the way you did. Really not. I don't know if someone here can tell me that I'm wrong and they were able to learn English like that, but I don't think so. I think that nowadays with all the social media, all the internet and everything that you have availability to, it's amazing. So that's why you can speak English so well. But of course, you also like it and you make the efforts, I'm supposing,
Yes.
right? It doesn't come that
Yeah.
naturally.
Not, no, you like in Portugal. Um, I'm sorry, give me just a second. I'm trying to connect my Wi-Fi on my phone. It's easier. But as I was saying, you
Yeah.
usually don't see many people speaking English. It's usually the younger ones, like me. Uh, Most adults don't really give much thought into it because they think, oh, I'm only going to live in Portugal. I only need to speak Portuguese. So when I got the opportunity to, learn it, I wanted to. But there's also something very popular in Portugal. It's called ILC. It's like an institute where you learn English. It's like a whole different school just for English.
But if you go to school full time, when do you have the time to go to the institute?
It's like only like 2 hours of the day in the afternoon or at night. You have exams, they give you all homework, they give you all of it, and then they even give you like a certificate. It's like a part-time class, you know?
Was it a private
Julian,
school?
can you please stop the sharing? Okay, let me try to understand that, because in Brazil, most of us are Brazilians here. When you go to before you go to high school, you just have like 4 hours of school, right? So you go from either 7 to 11 or from, I don't remember anymore. Can anybody help me? Marcela, maybe can you help me with the hours when the kids go to school? How does it work exactly? You have 2 periods in the morning, in the afternoon. How does it work?
Oh my goodness, Simone, how can I explain? Gustavo goes in the 2 periods.
He goes full time. Okay, because you work. Mhm.
Yes.
But I thought it was like from 7 to 11, and then in the afternoon you have from 1 to 5 or something like that.
Yes, 1 to 5, 1 to 6, depends, I believe depends on the school, you know?
Yeah, so mostly have like 2 periods. In Belgium, on the other hand, all the children, they go from 8:30 until 3:30 or something like that. It's full time. How it is in Portugal then?
Usually, like on the schools I went to, from first to sixth grade, you always have classes from 9 to 5:30.
Oh wow, that's really
And
full time. So
yeah,
how are you gonna have time to learn to go to these other classes? That's
I
why I don't
didn't. I wanted to, but it's very expensive. It's like a private thing. I
okay.
didn't. That's why I came to the movies and shows and all that. It's cheaper, you know.
I can
So,
imagine.
but usually they have classes at like 6:30 to 7:30 the afternoon. Like they have a whole full day. You can choose which classes you go to. But then in actual school, from in seventh, eighth, and ninth grade, you usually have like a couple hours of the day free in the afternoon, or even the whole afternoon free. Then in high school, you pretty much have the whole. I have 4 full afternoons free. They don't really. I
Wow,
barely
that's
have a day of classes.
okay. Thanks for your answer. Every has a question.
Yes, Mariana, hi once again. So a few days ago, you asked me where is my where was my favorite location around the world, which I visited. So now I want to ask you, where is your dream destination if one day you want to travel abroad?
Well, it's a good
And
question.
why?
Uh,
And why?
and why? Oh, now you've really threw me under the bus. I think I really do like England. I've been there. I wish I could have stayed more, so I maybe would go back. But I would very much love to go to Italy. I really love the Roman um old structures they have there, you know? I
Yeah.
like history. I love history. It was my favorite class. Unfortunately, I haven't had it in 3 years, but I still do love it. Um, and I would very much like to go just for the museums and all of that. I really do love history. So yeah, Italy, definitely.
And same like you, my first country that I visited in my life was England, London. I like London and British culture very much. And same like you, history was one of my favorite classes, as well as geography. And I visited all museums and all castles in London. You know, it was amazing. Italy too, as you say, Roman Empire. Yeah, they have many things to see there. Yeah. So one
Thank
more
you very
question
much.
I want to ask. Do you want
Yeah.
to, I mean, what's your future plan? You want to live in Portugal all your life, or do you want to move to another country, or you want to see? Now, it's too early to ask such a question, I know. You will see in the
Yes.
future. But anyway, but for example, for me, I knew that I was very international, you know. Still, I'm surprised. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe I will still move to another country one day. I don't know. I lived abroad many times, but still I can go somewhere. So how is your personality? Are you very international? Do you want to live abroad? How is your personality in this respect?
Well, I definitely don't want to live in Portugal for the rest of my life because it's a very behind country. We're not evolving. We're going back very much. I don't know, you probably haven't seen it, but every day in the news you have, oh, another ER room is closed. Oh, another hospital doesn't work. Oh, there's no doctors. Oh, there's, you know, hospitals don't work. Education is awful. They want to make it even more expensive than it already is. It's 697 euros to study in college. They want to make it a little bit more. Well, amazing. But they're always complaining that the young people are moving out. I will be one of those young people. They don't pay well. They don't give you conditions to work here or even study or live. They don't give you conditions at all. It's sad. It's my country, but what can I do? But yes, I do plan on moving. I will study here probably at least the first 3 years of my bachelor's. But then I want to move. Maybe Germany, maybe England, somewhere. I want to go. Just let me go. But as regarding the personality, I think I'm more of an international one like you, I think.
Yeah, I felt that. That's why I asked you. I
Thank you.
understood it.
Okay, guys, so if you'd like to ask a question, please raise your hands. Otherwise, we're just going to keep the conversation. Every's here with lots of questions. I have still lots of questions, so just waiting on you. I'm going to go ahead. Mariana, please tell us how many languages you speak. And if you just speak English and Portuguese, which are the languages that you're planning to learn and which one is going to be the first one? Or if we can assist you somehow with Hungarian, Turkish, American, because Julian is also here, Dutch, Linda and I could help you out. We know there's lots of Brazilian in Portugal. Do you speak Brazilian already? And we have also Rayo here. She's from Nigeria, so she could also teach us some, can I call it dialect, Rayo? Because I know your mother tongue is English, right? But it's a little bit sophisticated, your English, comparing to mine or Julian's even, let's say.
Yeah.
Could I call it a dialect? You can also teach her, can't you? So tell us, Mariana, tell us.
Well, I speak Portuguese, obviously. Well, Brazilian Portuguese is, I think it only differs a little bit in some words and the accent, but I can understand it pretty well. I don't try to speak with Brazilian accent because I think it's a little bit too much, like disrespectful. I'm Portuguese, I'm not gonna do that. I do speak, well, Spanish. I've had French for 3 years. Don't ask me anything in French, please. I can understand, speak, it's awful.
Uh-oh,
I
we're just gonna put you in
also,
spots because Julian is also have French. So it's just like, oh, please say you can speak French so I can use him. Okay. You're excused
no,
on
I
that.
can't. I can say like my name is, and that's about it. And I can say I don't speak
We
French.
already know
That one
your
I can
name,
say,
so we're not
definitely.
gonna ask you that.
Yeah, you see? Saving me work. I also like my accent is very bad, I think, but I do speak Italian. And what else? I'm learning German, learning
Okay.
Romanian because I have a lot of family there, Romania.
Oh,
And I've studied Korean. I've stopped, which shame, but I want to catch up on it again. And well, I think that's about it for now. I don't
that's
remember
quite
more.
a lot already. Okay, but if you'd go to Germany to study your bachelor or MBA or just to continue your education,
Yeah.
would you do it in English then? Or would you
Yes.
prefer to study half German, half English?
Well, I would try to learn German, but if like it was getting too hard, I would just switch immediately to English, like immediately in a heartbeat. It's way easier. I've been struggling a lot with the pronouns, let me tell you. Struggling. It's awful.
Oh well, Linda here, she speaks very good German. So if you need some help, because Linda and I, we know each other from work, right? So when we used to work, I don't speak German at all. So all the calls went to her. Luxembourg or Germany was her specialty. Anyhow, Linda has a question, so let's hear her out.
Hi, Mariana. Nice to meet you. You already explained you learned English by watching movies and listen to music. What kind of music do you love?
Oh, all of it.
All
All
of
of
it.
it. I just like music. I like the rhythm. Well, lately, I don't know if you know who he is, but I've been listening to a lot of Kendrick Lamar because of his lyrics.
Okay.
And well, I also do like jazz, which has nothing to do with English.
Same
But I
here.
do like it. Yeah, see? Classical music also my go-to. But mostly like hip hop and like R&B and jazz and that. But now Kendrick Lamar, obviously.
So
Probably
you have
Julian is
your
more
Spotify. So if you would open the first page on Spotify, what would you see?
I
Do
will
you
do it right
have
now.
Spotify, by the way?
I do. I will do it now. Let me tell you. I will tell you now.
Show
But
us with
I've
proof.
been listening. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts now. So it's mainly podcasts. But the first song here, it's it's an album, GNX by Kendrick Lamar, the new one. And then I have the Bad Bunny new album, Bad Bunny's new album.
I
So
don't
there you go.
know
That's my
him.
taste in.
Who is Bad Bunny? Is an American singer?
Ah,
Oh,
don't
sorry.
tell
I
me
don't
that.
know. I don't know neither.
What's that? Oh, Jillian is laughing. Are we too old or what? Who knows? Who knows this? Bunny? Bunny? Oh, okay.
Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny. It's like
Bad
he's a
Bunny. I have no
Spanish little
idea.
man.
Is it hip
Uh,
hop or?
people. Well, I don't know exactly which country he's from. I know he speaks Spanish. His songs
Oh,
are in Spanish. They also call him Benito. So there you go. He has this new album was a very interesting mix of sad songs, of reggaeton, of all that. So it was interesting, and I like it very much. Did I answer your question?
yes, I think so, right, Linda? Okay, Jillian.
Firstly, I feel your pain with German, which is rich coming from someone who speaks French because it's the same problem, just you add das. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Also, I think, being international, you're so right, especially nowadays. The world has become a bit of a crazy place. So being able to move and being comfortable moving around is a really powerful skill. And it's not one that people can really teach you. So it's good if you're already comfortable with that. So congratulations. And the number of languages you're working on is insane. So that's
Yeah.
amazing. What I wanted to ask you is, so, you're just getting started on the next step of your life. Um, how are you feeling about that? I mean, you seem excited. Um, have you, do you know what university you're going to go to yet? Have you already met people there? Are you excited to get started? What are you most excited about for this next part of your life for
Oh,
university?
leaving, going, finishing high school. I'm
Mm,
so excited for that. Let me tell you. Jesus. But I I do plan on going to Porto, so like up north. I want to study, like I said in the beginning, when we were not recording, forensic psychology. And with that, I want to move out, go out. But I don't know anyone there or anything. I have been to Porto once, but it's a good university, and I want to invest in my future because it's the only thing I have. It's my future, so I want to invest in that. And I also think going to a new place, meeting new people, like starting from scratch, is gonna be really good for like me, like, you know, mentally and even like I think lifting a weight of knowing everyone and having to talk to everyone now, because high school is a pain. You know that. High school is a pain. Uh, and I'm excited to leave high school, really. Teachers are killing me.
I'm not, I just finished college, so I do
Yeah.
still vividly remember the feeling of wanting high school to be over.
Yeah.
Also, I wouldn't worry. I also went to a university that I saw, I think, once for about an hour, and that was across an ocean.
I haven't seen it.
So, perfect. So I wanted to ask you about that. How does the university system work in Portugal? Because I know in the US it's simple relatively. In France, it gives me a headache. How does it work in Portugal? How do you end up choosing your university?
Okay. So let me
Or
just
do
tell
you
you
get
everything in
choose?
France.
Do you get choose as well? So do you get invitations to go to that university because of the grades, for instance? How does it work in Portugal?
Not quite well. Like I think you can have sports ones, I think, but you don't usually get invited. You have to submit an application and they will tell you if you're in or not. But I just wanted to say, Julian, everything in France just pains me to my core. But really, I love French people, but Jesus, the language, the language, the language. But in Portugal, the way you apply is so you have your final exams. You have exams on 11th grade and 12th grade. So the last 2 years of high school, you have exams. And then those exams, plus your grades in high school throughout the whole 3 years, will tell you if you're in, if you can get in or not. Then you have a list of 6 schools, not 6 schools, 6 courses you want to follow. Can be in the same school, in different schools, whatnot. And then imagine, I get accepted to all of them. I can only get in the first one on my list. Forget everything else. You have to get in the first one. You can eventually transfer. You can, but you're forced to go to the first one. You get accepted into. Then
Do you
the
have to, sorry, Mariana, do you have to wait until you finish the first semester to apply for transfer? Or you can try?
I don't think so. I think you can take your credits and go.
So like
Just
you
go.
start after 2 weeks to say, oh, it's nothing for me. I would like to go to another school, and then you apply for the transfer.
I think most schools want you to stay at least for a month so that you're sure, because then you can't like be switching every 2 weeks. I think you have to wait for a month or something like that. Not quite sure. But you can even in the same school transfer courses if you have credits and all that, or even not. You can just transfer courses. But physically talking about colleges, it's weird. It's weird. So you have the name University of Porto, right? You expect it to be a place, like all the classes are there. No. You have like a law school, you have an engineering school, you have a math school, you have languages school, everything just spread around the whole city. It's very weird to me. Very. So I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, that's pretty common to have the university spread across the field, but that's very cool. And yeah, before I let someone else speak, yes, I do understand the French. France is basically the country of bureaucracy. I go there to see family, and I'm very happy I don't live there because it's very complicated to live there. But yeah, thank you. That was very, very interesting.
Thank you for the
All
question.
right. Everyone's back.
Mariana, I don't have a question, but I have a suggestion for you, recommendation. Looking at your personality, I suggest you to think about New York. Because when I was your age, somebody suggested it to me. I was also, as I said, I'm an international kind of person. You are too, you know, languages. You love jazz music, right? So in New York, you can find many things like different cuisines, different restaurants, very interesting people from all around the world, very nice art, you know, museums, history. So I suggest you to think about it, maybe for college too, or maybe after college for master's degree program. You will be happy there, I'm telling you.
Thank you. I haven't thought about America.
Yeah.
I'm quite scared of it. Being honest, I'm sorry, Julian, but I'm quite scared of it. But yeah.
Yeah, tell us, why is that?
Why am I scared of America? Do I really have to? Well, so
Okay, you don't have to. If you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to share
I'm
anything.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Exactly,
Well,
exactly. You don't need to be scared. I mean, as I see you for how many minutes? Like 30 minutes. I've been listening to you. You have no reason to be scared. You are ready for New York, and it's fun. I mean, once you will be there, you will love it. Just go as a tourist in the beginning, and yes, it's crowded, but I don't think that you will be scared. You are not that kind of person. I can see it.
thank you.
Oh,
I will
well,
definitely
maybe she has a boyfriend and she doesn't want to leave him behind and go so far. Right, Mariana? Something about the heart.
So
No, don't change
I
your
do
plans
have a
for boys.
boyfriend.
Hmm?
No, definitely not. But I do have a boyfriend, and he's going to study in a different school, I think. So I'll do my thing, he'll do his thing, and then we'll meet up somewhere, I guess. But I will not change everything because of a boy.
No, don't change your plans for a boy. Do your
No,
own
no, no,
thing.
no, no. I'm smarter than that. No, no, no. But thank you for the suggestion.
You're welcome.
All right, so Julian is back. I think he also has a remark on that. Or some tips about living in America.
No, it's very simple. One thing about the United States that gets a bit lost in translation, especially in Europe. I just got back from France, so I've had to deal with a lot of this. You shouldn't look at the US as just one unified country because it's not. It varies violently between the different states and especially between the different cities. It's a bit like looking at Europe and saying that you're basing Europe based on what's going on in Poland or Hungary or just France or just Germany or just Spain or just Portugal, which, as we all know, is crazy because they're all very different. The US is like that, but with states. And yes, at the moment, the overarching structure is a bit crazy, but in general, the states are going to have a much greater effect on your experience than the federal government. So if the US is someplace you do want to go to eventually, the only thing I would recommend is looking up the different states and seeing what the experience of people is like there. And you'll notice that it varies wildly. And that's one way to decide, I was in Rhode Island, which is a tiny, tiny state. It's basically a suburb of Massachusetts. And then, I've been to New York. I live in DC right now. These are all very different places. I was born in Dallas. That's very, very different.
Very different. Yes.
But basically, the whole point is you have to look at each state and see, maybe you'll notice that there's ones that you'll be more comfortable with and ones you will be less comfortable with. But that's how you should look at the US, not as a one unified block, as a lot of different states with very different ideas on how the country should be run.
Okay, thank you. I get the idea. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead with another question. Mariana, tell us, because we know, like, especially North Europe, Russia, we know that lots of young people, they start drinking very young and they go out. And how is it in Portugal? I know you are not like that, but how is it in
Yeah,
Portugal?
I'm
Is it that bad?
not.
Is it that bad in
Um,
Portugal as well?
Not really,
Drugs or stuff
but
like that.
well, not really, but let me tell you, when you get in high school, the cool thing is to drink. Drink a lot, get drunk, go to the disco. Go. Get drunk with your friends. It's the norm almost. I'm not like that, don't worry. But maybe when you turn like 13, you start like taking a couple beers. At 14, you take a first shot, and it just gets worse from there on. Just everything goes down quickly, I think. I don't
I
know
think
from
13 is
experience.
young, isn't it? 13? Really?
Yeah, depending on
Oh.
household, sorry, I think. Also, on mine, like if there was an adult and you were like, I think I had my first, don't tell the police, please. Thank you. I think I had my first alcoholic drink. I think it was a beer or something when I was, I don't know, 15. So not that young, but also not that old. But it was with my dad. He gave it to me. I was like, take a
Okay.
sip. You want to take a sip? Take a sip. So I did. I drank the whole cup, but I took a sip. Yeah, but depending on the household, if you are accompanied by an adult, you're good.
And then, like nowadays, vaping, vaping,
Oh, mm-hmm.
is that
I
something
do.
that's also very popular in Portugal as well? Or
No, don't get me
because I think
started
here
on
in
it.
Belgium it's very popular at the moment. And I've heard that in
Yeah.
Brazil as well. So,
Don't get me started on it. Everyone has a vape in my class, but
oh
me,
wow.
because I'm healthy, kind of, ignore the cold. Um, but yeah, it's completely normal now. Not even just vaping. You see kids my age, or even younger actually, in the corners outside the school, just smoking cigarettes.
Oh, cigarettes as well. Because here in
Yeah.
Belgium it's very expensive to buy cigarettes. And of course you're not allowed to buy until you're 18, but they find a way.
Well, I
But
don't know how they
cigarettes,
do it here. I don't know how they
maybe
do it.
Linda can help me out with that. It's not that popular anymore, Linda, cigarettes, right? Also very expensive. Okay. Ryle, yeah, Linda has
I'm
yeah,
sorry. I
yes,
was looking. The vapes are so popular. It's
yes.
incredible. It's incredible. Young people, it's at normal. And cigarettes, I think it depends on the culture. But where I work at the moment, I have a lot of colleagues that smoke a lot.
Oh, really?
Incredible. It's yes, it depends. It depends also. Yeah, it's not good. No. Also the vaping. I don't know why all the people want to vape. I don't know why it's so special. Have anybody tried it already? I didn't try it. I had the opportunity to try it. I don't
No,
know.
I haven't tried.
No.
Well, I haven't
Anybody?
either,
Julian,
but I
maybe?
think it's
Julian,
one of the
have you
flavors.
tried vaping? And did you
No.
notice something abnormal in France during your stay? Was it that much or just normal? I mean, nothing special in
I
France.
well, France is weird. The cigarette's gotten a lot worse. Um,
Worse?
when you exit the plane in France, there's a smell. France smells now, even just outside of cigarettes.
Oh, really?
That's not new. It's always been like that, but it has
Yes, but
gotten
I
worse.
would think that it decreased a little bit,
Mhm.
right?
No,
No?
no. It was going down and then it's gone back up. I mean, France is also in the middle of a very complicated situation right now, so whatever. Vaping is also pretty bad. There's a lot of so the older people are mostly smoking in France, and all the younger people are vaping. Um, it's yeah, it's not great.
Okay, there's yeah, that's everywhere. I was in Budapest a couple of months weeks ago. It was the same with the younger people. They were Vaping everywhere. Anyhow, let's move on. Rayo is here and she has a question. Let's hear her out.
Hello, Marina.
Hi.
So, Marina, I have a question for you. Number one, do you know any Nigerian music? Any music from Nigeria? Like Rema music? I don't know if you know the music, but it's very popular. Like, baby, calm down, calm down. I don't know if you know the
Yes, I know that
music.
one. Yes. Yes,
I know
I do.
too. I mean, everybody knows song about Nigeria. So I was surprised you didn't talk about like,
Yes.
you don't really know any music from
I like a lot
Nigeria.
of the rhythms.
Yeah,
I like the
okay.
rhythms a lot.
Okay. And also, I think you have a choice to make about the school or the country you want to study. Okay. Nobody can make that choice for you. You have to decide yourself. Okay. Just think about the country you like. Think about the cultures there. You have to think about, are you capable enough to go there? Because US is also expensive, just like Portugal. Okay. So you just have to make those decisions, you know. I think that's all I have to say. Nice to meet you, Marina.
Hi. Nice to meet you too. Thank you.
Okay, Avery is back. However, I'd like to hear Dora and Marcella is still, right? Okay, Avery, go ahead.
Okay, so Mariana, you said that like in your classes, people, or you said like 20 minutes ago that in high school people drink and it's very cool to hang out, whatever. So don't you think that in the future, if you become a psychiatrist, these people will be your clients in the future, yeah? So do you make observations from now already? Do you know why these people find it cool at this age? What are the reasons? Have you
I
ever
think
thought
they
about,
just want
or
to fit in.
what is that?
I think they want to fit in. They just want to
Okay.
feel cool. I
Yeah.
think that's mostly it. They want to feel, oh, I'm cool. I'm doing something illegal. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't have an adult with me. I'm drinking, I'm smoking. It's a party. Yay. And then it goes wrong. And then, oh my God, what did I do? Well, you drank a lot. That's what you did. I think it's mostly because they think it's cool. But I hope some of them become my clients so I can slap them. I can't, but I can slap them with words. You know what I mean? Like, you moron, please stop. You know?
So when I was also in high school, in university, as you say, it's the same everywhere in the world. And girls used to like these kind of dirty guys, you know, girls like in my times, there were guys who sing rock and roll, they smoke everything, whatever, and they are dirty and they are very, you know, but girls used to like them at that age. And after like maybe 25 years old or something, or 30 years old, it starts to change quickly. And after some point, they start to love good guys. In the beginning, they like bad guys, and after 30 years old, they like good guys. So, so as I understand, you are not that kind of girl who likes bad guys, yeah?
Dirty. No. Uh, Let me tell my experience. My boyfriend is a racing driver, drives cars for a living.
Oh,
He's also a mechanic, so I'm used to the dirt of the oil. Now, smoking and drinking and no, it's a big no, a big, big no. Because I don't think for you to have fun, you have to drink and smoke. You can just hang out with the people you like. You can hang out and have fun. You don't need to drink. That's
yeah.
not what you need. And I have a lot of fun at his races. I do. I'm just watching the cars go around and around, and some start burning up, some catch on fire, some lose tires, and some, it's fun. It's
Yeah.
dangerous a little bit, but it's fun. So yeah, but I don't like those kind of. But I see the pattern you're saying, I see it. And well, it's not that common anymore, I think. I don't think so.
Yeah, they think that it's power. I think this is what I think. They
Oh, it's like
somehow think that
it's
it's
a
power. You
rebellion.
know, they like guys who make very good jokes and popular, etc. So it looks like a power, I think. And that's what they like. In fact, they don't like bad guys maybe, but they feel more comfortable with a powerful person. But power is not everything. When in the end they understand it's not bad, but it's not everything.
Well, we don't have those kind of dirty boys, dirty guys. But we do have something we call sports classes. Let me tell you, those men, those boys, those things, awful.
Yeah.
They think they're very cool because they drink a lot and they smoke a lot, and they are always talking about girls and dating and things I'm not gonna say because it's supposed to be over 18 and all that. And it's disgusting, but they think they're cool. Those are not the dirty rock star boys, but they are the dirty athletic boys. So there's some similarities. Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
of them make music. Some of them make rap music. It's awful, let me tell you. Awful.
Oh, it's so funny, Mariana. Okay, Marcela is ready for her question. Please go ahead.
Oh my goodness, it's delightful, Mariana, hear you talking in English, hear you talking. You're so funny and so, open. Oh my goodness. But your English, it's so delightful to hear. And I wanted to know how you learn, how was your path to learn English and your challenges and what do you recommend, for me, for example, that I am starting to learn and I have a lot of difficulties. Simone knows about that. And 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 she's helping me a lot, and also the community. But I wanted to hear, how do you learn? How was your path to learn English? Because you're so fluent and so delightful to hear. That's it. That's
Thank
my
you.
question. Sorry to change the subject, but
Okay, it's all right. Thank you. Like I said, I learned through movies and TV shows and series and music and all of that. But in the beginning, what I chose to do was I was young, so I knew all of my Disney movies from heart. I knew all of it. All those little kids shows and movies, I knew it by heart. So what I did was change the language of the audio and the subtitles to English. So I would understand what they're saying and know how to read it, to write it, to pronounce it. So that's what I did. I just went to kids' movies and shows. I think that's the best way because I saw you had a little boy with you, little guy. I don't know if he's your son,
yes, it's
but
my
it's your
5-year
son.
old son.
Yeah. Then if you want, like you probably know, like Frozen or I don't know, like Cars movie, the
Yes.
yeah, you probably know it. So I would switch it up to English. The subtitles and the audio, it helps a lot because
But
you know
Maria,
the plot, you know the story.
yes, and I do this kind of things a lot.
Mhm.
I'm hearing a lot of podcasts in English. My subtitles are English all the time. But I was talking to Simone, and if I don't practice, I lose. How can I forgot the word. I decrease my level of
Mhm.
English so fast. I think it's bizarre, but
Yeah,
I
yeah. I lost all my Romanian, all of it, because I haven't spoken it in so long. I lost all of it.
about the practice.
So yeah. So what I would recommend is like even these meetings are very good for that. Just hearing people talk and communicate and hearing how they say words and how they pronounce them wrong or right or all of that, I think it's good. Just to keep contact, to socialize with people in your target language, I think it's very good. Because
Oh,
now I'm using Aura as my lab rat because we pretty much only speak English together. So she's my lab rat. And we've been speaking a lot. And sometimes she wants to learn Portuguese because she speaks it, but her accent, Jesus, poor
Marcela, you
thing.
know Aura? Do you know Aura? This girl, she's German, raised in South Africa, living in Portugal. Same as Mariana, she's been joining us mostly on the meetings. Have you met her yet? I think so.
yes, Simone. Yes, I think
She's
I know.
Mariana's best friend, so that's why Mariana is mentioning
Yes,
her.
yes, yes, I remember her. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So
Very
and she also has been teaching me, she has been helping me with German. And sometimes she teaches me a couple words in Afrikaans. So it's nice to keep to have a friend who speaks their target language. It's very nice because I help her with Portuguese. She helped me with German, and we're both like practicing our English.
Okay. Thank
Wow,
you.
it was very good, right, Marcela? That was a very good tip that she gave you
Thank-
right there.
Thanks,
No?
Simone.
All right, Dora, she's ready for a question. Do not put her on the spot the way you did with Evelyn, please.
Oh,
You
come
know how she's
on,
a
I know
bad
this
girl,
time.
Evelyn? You know
Um,
Dora, right?
Hello, Marina. Well, I'm
Hi.
amazed, to be honest. You know what I can hear you, I can't see you, but what I feel, one hand, you are a wild girl. Another hand, you are a really grown-up girl, mature girl. How does it work every day? How does it work with your friends? Probably you have the same age friends. You are so um, adult already, and but the way you thinking is kind of like a wild child sometimes. I love it actually. So and then you're straight. So how does it work? What do you think? You are really different from your, probably you are, but do you find friends with the same thinking, or do you have companies who you can talk with and you know what I mean? So it's just
Yeah, I know.
a little bit difficult to find people, friends in your same age and the way you're thinking.
Well, that's a good question, but newsflash, I do not have any friends besides Aura.
Oh,
So, I
You have
used
a
to have,
boyfriend and you have
well,
us. So you're quite busy
yeah,
with your studies as
I
well, right?
have Aura, I have her boyfriend, and I have my boyfriend, and that's about it. We're four,
okay,
and they don't
okay.
like, yeah. I used to have a friend group, but it fell apart completely. So, well, we still talk sometimes, but we're not friends, we're colleagues because we're in the same
Mm-hmm,
biology classes. But
mm-hmm,
it is hard. It is hard because people my age, they're so focused on being cool now that they don't think. They do. They don't think. They don't wait a little. And they're like, well, this might be not good for me. They think, oh, I'm going to be cool if I do this. I will. So I think that's kind of, you know, why I don't really care about making friends in high school. I used to get a little upset because I was like, man, all these people always hanging out with a lot of friends, and here I am all alone. When my boyfriend wasn't there, I was all alone. When he was there, it was him and I, pretty much. But now I'm okay. I'd rather not have friends than have bad influences, you know?
mm-hmm.
But that was a good question. You put me on the spot again. Jesus.
No, I
I
didn't.
knew it.
I was
I
just
said
curious.
that is Dora. Yeah,
That
you
is
know
that
that.
is a compliment, be honest. And why I'm asking that, because I'm realizing when somebody is a little bit different or more mature, more grown up, like the people with the same age, then it's difficult. But I think when you go into university or you changing place, bigger city, New York, whatever you find, whatever you choose, probably you will find those people who you're looking for, because it's lots of times that's happening. Why I'm saying that? Because I had problems here in Hungary um, in
Reasons.
my 20s. And when I went to England, I was around 24. And what I felt, there was like a rose when it's closed. But when I went there, I opened and I could feel the real me. So that's what I was saying. Probably you will find your way, and I'm really, really hoping. You are a very clever girl, and it's really, really a compliment. I mean, you're doing well with English and with everything else. So
Thank
it's amazing. Thank you very much that I
No,
could
thank
talk
you.
with you. Thank you.
Thank you. You're very nice. Thank you. You melt my heart. Thank you.
Yes. I'm not surprised to hear that from you, Dora, not at all, but I didn't know that about you. So thanks for sharing. I think that Mariana can appreciate your question, that's for sure, because that's something that all of us, we knew already. But coming from her mouth, confirming it is also very nice to hear. So we're almost finished with this session, let's call it. My daughter is here with a special appearance, let's say. She'd like to meet you because I do believe that you guys are also very similar. She's 14 years old and she's very determined. She's very serious, let's say, and she's also struggling a little bit with her high school. She started in September. She moved out, let's call it. She's intern at school from Monday to Friday, and she comes back Friday evenings, and she goes back on Saturday evenings, Sundays. So she spends the weekend with us. So here she is, and she has a question for you.
Hi, I'm Allison. I'm 14 years old, and I live in Belgium, as you know. So I want to be an actor for the novella. That's actually a Brazilian, that is just Brazilian romance, and I love to do that because I love romance. So that is my dream.
And do you have a question for her? Like,
Yeah, why do you want to
no, she doesn't
learn
want
English?
she doesn't want to be an actress, but you'd like to know something
Yeah,
about her country, right?
why do you want to learn English so bad? And what is the most beautiful thing in Portugal?
Well, nice to meet you. I think I've seen you before. I think I've seen you. We've said hi. I think we've said hi.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Uh, well, I wish you very luck with your actress career. The most beautiful thing in Portugal, well, pastéis de nata, very good. It's a dessert, very good. But the most beautiful thing might be we have a bridge called the 25th April Bridge. I really do like it. And my dad's here, sorry. I really do like it, and it's very beautiful. You connects Lisbon, the city, with another part of Lisbon. Cannot really tell you what it is.
Oh yeah, so Julian is gonna share the screen with us.
Yeah.
I'm also very curious about it. Have you never heard about that?
Oh yeah, it's very
Yeah.
Oh, it
beautiful.
looks like San Francisco a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, that's the bridge.
Oh, thank you for sharing it with us.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. And then you see right at the back, there's a little Christ.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it reminds me a lot of Cristo Redentor in Brazil. Simone must know it, of course.
Where is that? Oh, there you
Yeah,
see
yeah.
Alison. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of it. Not that I've been there, but it does remind me a lot of it. Always remember it. But yeah, it is a very beautiful bridge, I think. I
Why
think
do you want to learn English so bad that you
because English opens a lot of opportunities for you, not only in Portugal, but worldwide speaking. And if you want to be an actress, I think knowing your English very well will open you a lot of new opportunities and give you like new pathways. So, for example, I don't know if you listened to the session, but I want to do my studies here and then go out. And because I speak English, I can almost like comfortably choose anywhere in the world to work and live, you know? So, English being like an international language, it's very good for you to know. Very good.
All right, I think that was the last question, and we can close up very beautifully. Thank you so much, Alison, for being here with us.
Thank you that you joined this session with my mom. I hope that I see you all next time when I come and join. So thank you for listening and talking in English, and that you're learning English. And I'm now gonna go because I'm gonna bake. Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Nice
you.
to meet you.
All right, guys. It was a lovely session. Mariana, you such a young age, and so you had such a knowledge that I told Julian this before. It's amazing, like your generation, everything that you know, and how confident you are. Because back then we were not like this, I can guarantee you. And it's just amazing how strong young woman that you are, and that you're gonna become, and you're just gonna do
Oh.
great in the words. That's for sure.
Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. I'm not like this every time. Don't be fooled.
Oh, there you go.
Do
I
not be
see.
fooled.
Now I get
Don't
it.
let me fool you.
No,
Don't.
you can say that, but I can see your essence. I can see you from inside. But anyhow, guys, thank you so much for being here. It was really great having you all. Next session is next Tuesday. It's going to be a Brazilian American guy. He's also very smart and very lovely. So I hope to see you all very soon. Enjoy your weekends and goodbye.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you, everyone.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.